There we were, Ithaca, together with Mug Up and a load of charter boats. Andromeda came to join the party. They had some friends on board, and we all went off to shore to eat and take a guided tour.
Biggest one I held.
I think that's bigger.
Cicada, or cicada, depending on where you're from, the source of our summer soundtrack.
Can you see these lines? You know about contour lines?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know they work? You know about those, don't you, Eric?
We're now at the top of the hill.
So you can see that the contour lines are fairly consistent.
A model of Odysseus's palace. We would be taking a tour of the ruins right after tea. Yes, I said tea to mean our evening meal. This has been a great topic of conversation amongst our international friends.
So are we all here? Or?
Rob's just coming.
Rob's just gone to the cash point.
I am not Greek. I am from Chile, but I've lived here for quite a few years and know the island very well now. So we are going to go and see a very special site in Ithaca.
Our guided tour had begun, and this was our guide. She was fantastic.
Here and talk a little bit about modern day Ithaca. So what you have here is a family house, then you have the vineyard of the house, and behind down there you have the olive grove. And this is a way that many families live in Ithaca. It doesn't mean that you have your olive grove and your vineyard right next to your house. You could have it in a land somewhere else. But what happens is that the families plant their vineyard so they can make their own wine, and the harvest happens in early September before the rain starts, and you invite your friends to pick the grapes, and then many houses have the traditional system in which you put the grapes in a vat and you actually step on the grapes.
We were delighted to see the sun disappear behind the hill.
You see clearly here what she's on about, how the olive groves, you can just see the silver, and the ones that haven't been maintained have other trees in them.
Yeah.
Well done. You can see clearly where the stone fell out on the right side. You can see the first stone, then a gap, and then the stone coming down.
I can't remember what that story was about, but we all look quite fascinated.
The praying mantis. Oh my word! Love it. Let's go.
The steps are either badly built or ill-maintained.
Ill-maintained.
Probably
And they've been through a few earthquakes. Maybe treasure, things that are very tempting.
This was where bulls were sacrificed by the Mycenium. As with most historical sites, we see many points in time all merged together.
I just just realised those stones were placed by people like 3,000 years ago.
Look at that wall there. One of the immediate things that's striking is that the stones are laid diagonally. Fill it with lead, and then you put the next stone up that also has those triangles. So it's like a locking system. So when you see a lonely triangle, you know the stone has been moved. Okay? And we can see the palace wall. Even at the base of it, we can see the beautiful Minoan engineering on it. So we know it's a beautiful palace wall, and at some point it got renovated as part of a family house. So, okay, there are some...
Tour complete. She recommended that we carry on up the hill as there was a festival going on at the top. It was a long climb, but what a view. Finally, we made it.
There's so many tables and spare chairs. We could possibly get a chair to put them in that gap over there. It wouldn't be tactical.
Meat on a stick, in a square, waiting for a van. Can't get any more Greek.
Where? Right there.
It started off slowly, but then... These two are the best of friends. And then it was time to walk back the way we came up, but this time in the dark.
It's this way, Tills. It's definitely this way. I found Jeremy. I know where he is.
I'm here.
He's giving out auditory signals.
Look, this goes to Homer School and then down to Stravos.
This is how the pros do it.
They've done a couple of miles before. That's crazy. Folks been all the way around the world. That's awesome.
Next day, the charters had left. It was changeover day, so we were alone. And we'd been joined by Mothership Adrift, who, for those of you who don't know, are proper YouTubers, and they've just finished their circumnavigation. They are the real deal. We also discovered that there was some amphora, two-handled jugs from the Neolithic period, that could be seen from the surface. This was definitely a better experience if you could free dive rather than snorkel, so Hugh brought a piece up to show the children.
It's quite heavy. Hot.
How cool is that?
Look.
What, 20 foot for that? Look,
It was crazy that all of this was just there on the seabed. We had a great time and we put everything back where we found it before we left to carry on with our day. Ooh, lionfish. Hugh dived deeper than he ever had before and he found a super cold patch of water. Mothership Adrift caught the lionfish. They are an invasive species and despite their venomous spines are edible. In the evening, we left some of the kids on Esperance and headed to Andromeda for a get-together. Woody and Irenka came round and we spent a wonderful evening learning all about their adventures. It was like having a famous after-dinner speaker. A beautiful evening.
Pancake party!
Pancake Party!
Pancake party.
Pancake party!
Last night you had a pizza party. You made your own pizzas.
And I made pizza. By me too. I'm holding a controller.
And now you're having a
You said we...
Andromeda were leaving, so Hugh gave them a warm send-off with "Oh Canada." This was the last time we would see them this season. Bye guys, it's been really fun. Then drama in the anchorage. The police turned up and boarded Mug Up. We had no clue what was going on, but we watched them break Mug Up's paddleboard as they tried to tie their boat up.
Paddleboard is broken.
They asked me to stop filming, which I did, and then they told us that we were going to be next. We found out later that somebody had told them that we had been taking pieces of Amphora from the seabed. We think they targeted Mug Up as Jeremy has got some scuba gear on board, but ironically Mug Up were the only boat that didn't touch any of the pots.
That's what should start the fin off their paddleboard. So Jeremy's just trying to get everything out of the way for them and
Yeah.
came in quickly. Alright.
Well, that was a bit of drama. The port police, Coast Guard, came aboard, boarded both Mug Up and us because they'd had reports that we were diving around the site yesterday, and they said that somebody had taken a piece of pot. It wasn't us. We did admit that we lifted one up to the surface and then put them back, but that's all we did. We would never take anything at all. But yeah, they were very rude.
We had a debrief and we were quite annoyed and a bit dumbfounded that it had taken them 2 days since we'd been near the pots, fast reaction time here, and after breaking Mug Up's paddleboard there was no sorry. They searched Mug Up but didn't do a very thorough job about it. They were pretty rude to Mug Up, but they were very pleasant to us. I think it's because we'd filmed them. We admitted that we had brought some of the pots to the surface and put them back where we found them, and they left without searching our boat. In our defence, there were no signs. In the UK, there would be signs telling you to look for the signs that were telling you that there was some Amphora pots on the seabed and you were not to touch them. We only found them by accident. Anyway, lesson learned. Don't pick up broken stuff from the seabed. It is illegal, and if you do, you may get a visit from the police 2 days after the event. We weren't going to let that ruin our last night together. Mug Up are leaving to make their way west. So unless we cross the Atlantic, we won't see them again. We will miss them, and especially Gillian's tiramisu. The wasps also came to join the party.
Oh, he's got a piece.
Adorable! That's adorable.
Now that one stole it.
So many wasps.
Mum, it's just cute!
Well, now you like the wasps.
I love them. What? Like I swear on my pancakes.
Two of them just like absolutely loving your drink there.
Oh yeah, that's what he's thinking.
Super sad.
And then, when we woke up the next morning, they were gone.
Last jump in the sea before we go back to
90% England. I'm 99. I'm going to jump off that bit. Yeah. I wanted to jump at the same time.
Yeah, I'm jumping in.
Got to jump at the same time.
3, 2, 1, go!
We spied some fish that we hadn't seen before. I looked them up. I think they're needle-nose fish. Then Tilly used the line that she'd measured out to see how deep she could dive.
7.5 metres.
Then it was our turn to leave Ithaca. We sailed back to Nidri, where we would be leaving the boat.
Okay.
Mothership Adrift was selling their jib, so we thought we'd hoist it up to see if it was any good for us, the idea being to use this one and our current one as a pair. But, unfortunately, it was way too small, so we left it on the boat for them to collect, as they would be coming to Nidri whilst we were away.
It's a bit like holding up a pair of adults' trousers next to a pair of child's trousers. Just pack in. This is mine and the girls' stuff. Eric's stuff's over there. We've got a tuber case we're taking back full of my clothes. And Hugh just came out with what he's taking with him.
So all my clothes for 4 weeks. Got a spare t-shirt. I'm going to put a t-shirt on, but it's not this t-shirt. So, I've got a t-shirt and shorts and 2 spare pairs of pants and 2 pairs of socks. What else do I need?
Luckily we have some very good charity shops in the UK.
In the name of keeping the diary complete, we went to the UK, had a wonderful time. We went to Warwick Folk Festival. Hugh played in his friend's band. Tilly had a workshop room to make herself some stilts. We hung out with family, went to Wales, ate ice cream, thanks Duncan, Bill and Lou and the Anderson clan. We climbed Snowdon. Look at us in coats. We did parkrun with the family. We went to the Lake District. We climbed the Old Man of Coniston. We asked this guy to take a picture of us at the top, and he also took this picture. We went national trusting. Whilst we were in the UK, my mum ended up having an emergency quadruple heart bypass, so I was very glad that we were in the country, and very glad to see that her recovery was going brilliantly. We'd had our fix of friends and family and cool weather, and before we knew it, it was time to fly back to our home aboard the Esperance, with a little gift for our Australian friends.